bare-bones Nata tool feels like it was built for people who take woodcraft seriously. You can sense the weight balance, instantly heavy enough to bite deep, but controlled enough to guide every strike with precision. The full-tang stainless steel blade keeps its authority in dense hardwood, and the dual-bevel design gives every chop that clean, satisfying split. Whether you're trimming brush, limbing, or prepping kindling, this tool hits with a confidence that makes you trust it more with every swing. The walnut handle sits firm and stable, and the moment that blade lands, you feel that solid thud that tells you this thing is engineered, not just manufactured. What really sets the Nata apart is how consistent it performs during long sessions. No vibrations kicking back into your hand. No awkward shifts in blade angle, just smooth, predictable cutting that makes cleanup work feel almost effortless. It gives you the power of a hatchet with the control of a bush knife, a hybrid edge that fills a gap in your kit you didn't even know was missing. When you're processing campfire wood or clearing a trail, this machete steps in like a tool that knows exactly what job it's supposed to do. Reliable, quietly tough. Built for people who want something that feels handcrafted for real work. The Condor Mid-Macara hits that sweet spot between heritage bladecraft and modern performance. The blade shape alone tells you what it's meant for: deep brush cuts, fast follow-through, and powerful draw slices. Its 1075 high-carbon steel responds beautifully when you're dealing with thick branches or stubborn green growth, holding a keen edge with the kind of bite Condor is known for. The moment you put it into motion, you feel how naturally it rolls through a cut. No drag, no wobble, just a straight, confident stroke each time. It's the kind of machete where the craft speaks before the swing even lands. The Mid-Macara shines most when you're switching tasks. 1 minute you're slashing through vines, next you're trimming saplings with fast, controlled flicks. The handle locks your grip in place, giving you that steady wrist mechanics you need for accuracy without fatigue. And thanks to the overall length and curve, you get a surprising amount of reach and speed for how manageable it feels in hand. This machete doesn't try to be flashy, it just delivers pure cutting efficiency that outdoor folks immediately respect. Once you use it, it becomes the blade you keep at the top of the gear rack. The Huiman Bush Machete carries that rugged, no-nonsense personality, the type of blade you take straight into heavy brush and let it prove itself. Its aggressive blade profile is built for power cuts, and you notice how quickly it clears thick growth with each swing. The high-carbon steel brings the right mix of durability and edge retention, letting you tackle woody vegetation without constantly worrying about dulling or chipping. The ergonomic grip with the rubber ice texture keeps your hand locked in even when your palms start to heat up, making it a machete you can run hard without losing control. Where the Human stands out is the handling. For a blade with this much chopping strength, it still flows nicely, allowing clean angle changes and quick follow-through strikes. The weight pushes into the cut naturally, so you don't have to muscle your way through every branch. The blade does the heavy lifting for you. And when you're working in tighter spaces, trimming around camp, or clearing shooting lanes, it stays responsive and sharp in its movements. It's the kind of tool that feels tough, dependable, and built for people who expect their gear to take a beating without complaint. This kukri from Wayland Outdoors hits with that classic forward-driven power. The weight distribution is tuned perfectly for deep penetration, letting the blade snap forward with authority every time you swing. That curved edge is a monster when you're chopping heavy brush or working through dense saplings. The blade bites hard, holds on, and tears through with a clean, brutal efficiency. It's built thick, tough, and ready for rough conditions, making it a great pairing for anyone who needs real chopping muscle in their carry. But the best part of a kukri is versatility, and this one delivers that balance beautifully. The belly gives you heavy chop force, while the narrower section near the handle lets you perform more controlled tasks like carving, shaping wood, or clearing tight corners around camp. The full-tang construction gives it a solid backbone, and the grip sits firm and stable so the blade never feels out of control. Every swing feels directed and intentional, letting you move from precision to raw power without switching tools. It's rugged, dependable, and surprisingly adaptable, a machete that brings real value when you're out in the field. The Schrade SC Match 2 comes in tough with that combat-inspired edge profile, giving you both slicing speed and chopping force in one streamlined package. The powder-coated stainless blade is built to take abuse, thick brush, dried timber, overgrowth, and it stays steady even when you're putting real force behind your swings. The moment you feel that blade make contact, you notice its clean follow-through and how efficiently it carries energy through the cut. It's a machete that doesn't just hit hard, it hits clean. What makes this one stand out is how tactical it feels in hand. The handle texture gives you grip security even in sweaty, muddy, or rainy conditions, and the weight distribution keeps it maneuverable enough for quick work. It's great for trail clearing, camp prep, or survival tasks where you need reliability above all else. Whether you're chopping or slicing, the Smash 2 keeps its edge performance consistent, giving you a blade you can trust when you're far from backup gear. Tough build, comfortable swing, dependable results, that's exactly what this machete brings to your outdoor lineup. The CRKT Cook brings that powerful kukri geometry but tuned for modern outdoor performance. The blade hits with serious forward momentum, and you feel that strength immediately when you start working through dense brush or stubborn saplings. The high-carbon steel takes impact well, and the edge digs deep without flexing or rolling. What makes this model stand out is how stable it feels even when you're swinging with speed. The recurve blade keeps the cut directed, and every strike follows through with a clean, confident arc. It's built for aggressive tasks, and it handles them with a kind of rugged smoothness. CRKT also nailed the ergonomics. The handle gives you that locked-in grip that stays tight even during sweaty, repetitive clearing work, and the weight distribution prevents hand fatigue when you're chopping for long periods. You also get surprisingly good control for a kukri-style blade, especially during finer tasks like trimming or controlled slicing. Whether you're clearing land, prepping camp, or tackling heavy vegetation, this machete feels like a dependable workhorse that brings serious cutting authority without sacrificing precision. This Japanese-style machete from Freelander delivers that disciplined, carpentry-inspired cutting power that feels both refined and brutally effective. The high-carbon steel blade holds a razor edge, and when you bring it down on branches or heavy brush, you feel that clean, decisive bite. The straight-back profile gives you incredible control during both chop and push-cut movements, making it ideal for everything from clearing vegetation to shaping wood. The entire tool has that crisp, purposeful feel, no wasted weight, no unnecessary flash, just pure cutting performance. What really makes this machete shine is its efficiency. You don't have to swing wild or force power into the blade. It moves with a natural flow, letting the steel do most of the work. That means cleaner technique, longer sessions, and far less exhaustion. The handle provides a confident grip with enough length for both single-handed agility and two-handed power. Whether you're processing bamboo, clearing property, or working camp projects, this blade steps in with that sharp, disciplined precision you expect from a tool influenced by Japanese edge design. The ESEE Darien is built for serious field use, lightweight enough to carry all day, but tough enough to take on real jungle workloads. The 1075 carbon steel blade has that perfect blend of flex and backbone, letting it snap through vegetation without feeling brittle or sluggish. You notice immediately how quickly it accelerates in the hand. The long, sweeping edge slices through vines, brush, and saplings with minimal resistance. It's designed for people who need a machete that works as long and as hard as they do. The slimmer profile doesn't mean it lacks punch. In fact, the Darien's speed is what gives it so much cutting power. That fast, whip-like motion makes clearing ground feel effortless, and when you're moving for long stretches, the low fatigue is a game changer. The handle offers a natural, confident grip that stays comfortable even in humid or wet conditions. This is the kind of machete survivalists rely on because it feels trustworthy, predictable, and capable across a wide range of terrain. When you need a blade that keeps up with you mile after mile, the Darien delivers. The Silky Nada brings that iconic Japanese forestry design, a squared, heavy chopping blade made for controlled, powerful strikes. The moment you put it to work, you can feel how much force it channels straight into the cut. The monosteel construction gives it a solid, reliable stiffness, allowing it to drive deep into wood without twisting or deflecting. This is a blade built for real wood processing, limbing, splitting, shaping, and clearing. Every swing feels intentional, steady, and grounded. What separates the Sokinata from typical machetes is its precision under pressure. Even when you're chopping hardwood, the blade responds smoothly, letting you focus on your rhythm rather than fighting the tool. The handle is exceptionally comfortable and cushioned, giving you grip security while also absorbing shock, a major advantage when you're working for long periods. If your outdoor tasks blend forestry work with general clearing, this tool brings durability, clean cuts, and long-lasting comfort in one professional-grade package. The Camilla's Carnivore X18 is built like a multi-role survival blade, part machete, part chopper, part saw, all attitude. The titanium-bonded blade is tough as nails, resisting wear and corrosion even when you're hacking through dense trees, thorny brush, or rough terrain. When you swing it, you feel the weight land with real authority, and the wide blade profile keeps the cut driving forward without losing momentum. It's aggressive, durable, and clearly designed to take punishment. But what makes the X18 such a standout is how much functionality it packs into one piece of steel. The sawback is genuinely capable, biting into wood with steady progress rather than just scratching the surface, and the pointed tip gives you utility for digging, probing, or breaching tasks. The handle grip pattern keeps your hand stable when you're swinging hard or sawing at awkward angles. This machete brings that be-ready-for-anything vibe, the kind of tool you keep because it handles chaos, power work, and fine tasks without hesitation. The Tops Bestia is a powerhouse, a full-on fusion of machete, chopper, and combat blade engineered for people who need raw cutting performance with zero compromise. The moment this blade moves, you feel the forward weight take over, driving every swing with enormous momentum. The 1095 steel holds an aggressive edge that tears through brush, thick branches, and hardwood like you're pushing through grass. The length gives you reach, the weight gives you power, and the balance makes all of it feel surprisingly controlled for a blade this big. This is the kind of tool that dominates any heavy clearing job and still feels stable enough for precise angle work. Where the Bestia really shines is endurance and confidence. Even during long cutting sessions, the handle stays locked in with that textured micarta grip, keeping your hands secure no matter how fast or hard you're moving. The blade geometry gives you both crushing chop force and smooth follow-through, making every strike feel consistent and efficient. It's not just a machete, it's a field-clearing brute built for serious outdoorsmen, survivalists, and anyone who wants a blade that makes tough jobs feel easier. When you need overwhelming cutting authority, the Bestia steps up like a monster. The Jungle Master brings that rugged, fast-moving attitude, lightweight enough for quick swings, but sturdy enough to handle real brush and wood. The sweeping blade profile gives you excellent slicing reach, and the forward curve helps the edge dig in quickly when you're cutting through vines, thick weeds, and mid-sized branches. It's the kind of machete that works well for people who want speed and fluidity rather than brute force chopping. Once you get a rhythm going, it clears ground efficiently and keeps your movement smooth. For a budget-friendly tool, it delivers solid, practical performance. The handle shape gives you enough leverage to put power into your swings while still letting you adjust grip positions for finer tasks. It's a blade you can use for land clearing, camp prep, trail trimming, or backyard work without worrying about overcomplicating things. The steel holds up well for general-purpose cutting, and the overall feel is comfortable and easy to control. The Jungle Master isn't trying to be a premium machete, it's a reliable, straightforward work tool that gets the job done with no drama. The M48 OPS Combat Machete is built with attitude aggressive, tactical, and designed for maximum penetration with every strike. The blade shape gives you fast acceleration and a deep bite the moment steel hits material. Whether it's brush, small limbs, or even tougher debris, the edge punches through with sharp, decisive force. The durable stainless steel build, combined with the reinforced tip, gives it a combat-grade toughness, making it feel like a blade that's ready for both field work and defensive applications. This machete moves fast, hits hard, and stays stable thanks to its forward-driven geometry. The grip design brings the whole tool together, textured, secure, and shaped to support both rapid cuts and heavy swinging. Even when you're pushing it hard, the machete stays locked in your hand with no slipping or shifting. The weight distribution lets you switch between controlled slicing and full-power chopping without fighting the blade. It's a bold, aggressive machete that thrives in tough environments, and it's perfect for users who want something with a tactical edge rather than a traditional bushcraft feel. When you want a blade that looks fierce and performs even fiercer, the M48 OPS delivers. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our next gear videos. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.